Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to do a quick update on the massive pump that we've seen over the last 2-3 days here. And wow, I got wrecked with leverage, man. I held my leverage positions through literally all of this garbage down here. And then we came back up and I posted the video the other day saying we got a bearish divergence in the chart, which obviously did not play out. So I closed my leverage, sacrificed my life here for the team, and boom, of course, as soon as you close your leverage, we get the pump. So that was pretty brutal. So I missed this big move. I didn't miss all of it. I did sell up in here, and I did take some profits on some of my leverage. The only silver lining is that I have been an absolute degenerate when it comes to buying spot. So I have been purchasing a lot of Ethereum down in this level, Litecoin down in this level, Solana I was buying, right around $100, and some others, right? I was getting DOT below $4. So I did get some nice spot positions down there, which is good. I'd rather be more risky with spot than leverage. So that is doing okay. However, I do see some potential that we had the death cross with our moving averages on Bitcoin, and this usually happens. You have your two moving averages, and when they cross, you get this big pump here. Now, we do need to stay above this level, because if we go look over here, we did the same thing where we came down here. We came up here, we closed a couple days up here, and then boom, we came back down. Now, I think this was the yen carry trade, so that was kind of a special scenario that obviously will not play out again. I mean, most likely won't play out again. So I don't know. As long as we stay above this bull market support band, these two moving averages right here, I think we'll continue back up. Trump has kind of turned around and said, oh, tariffs on China are coming down. I'm not going to fire Jerome Powell anymore. So there's been a lot of changes. So let's look at the stock market, pre-market, and see what we got going on here. So SPY, wow, okay, we are freaking back, I guess. 2.2% for SPY. Let's see what else we got going on. MSTR has a new high on the pre-market for sure. Could have potentially been a double top, and boom, there we go. So that's good. What else we got going on? FBTC's up. Even FETH is up. The new Solana fund. Oh, that one doesn't have a pre-market. Okay. Coinbase pre-market up. Good. I do have Coinbase positions. I have Mara positions, and I have CLSK positions on BTCC. So if you do want to sign up for BTCC, I got links below. If you do want to sign up for Bitunix and do any leverage trading over there on Bitunix, I do have links for that. I have now closed my leverage there, but my BTCC positions will catch this move since I missed it on leverage. CLSK had a massive 17.5% pump. This one was very oversold down in here, and boom, there we go. So we have a move there. And the Camel Finance indicator is saying that we have a cycle low that has played out. So it didn't quite pick it yet. It's saying it's somewhere in this area. We might get one little dip, but I mean, it seems like it's just going to be another big pump here. So, and I do have some of these on spot also in my Roth IRA. So I purchased some of these crypto mining stocks in my Roth IRA for some tax-free gains. Coinbase almost hit my stop loss, almost, but did not. So now it's up again. Coinbase, I think, is going to be a good mover, hopefully, here. A lot of these are saying that there is going to potentially be another cycle low over here in this position. So even if we look at Bitcoin, it does still say that we're potentially getting a cycle low at the beginning of next month. So I don't know how high this is going to go. We did just clear this 0.5, so we could hang out here for a while. We could go up a lot and just get a small pullback. We could, do the old Bart Simpson over here and then get a pullback all the way to this line of 80K. I wouldn't bank on it. There's a lot of momentum now, but I don't know. We'll kind of see what's happening here. It's really hard to predict this market right now. I mean, especially with all the tariff nonsense and this and that. But now we do have Trump kind of coming back on the Chinese tariffs, saying they're going to come back down. It won't be zero. You know, maybe it'll be, I don't know, 20%. But I mean, at one point it was 245%, which was causing a lot of questions on what's going to happen in the future here. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. We do have a Fed meeting 424. I'm sorry, not a Fed meeting. Fed data is what I meant to say, 424. So that would be tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I have been still purchasing a lot of Litecoin, a lot of Bitcoin, and a lot of Ethereum. I'm probably done buying Ethereum because I have a ridiculous amount now. I think I got like 20 ETH or something. And I will just continue to DCA into Bitcoin and Litecoin. We still have all of the ETFs. Oh, and Litecoin has recovered this channel, which is good. This bottom channel here. We kind of stepped out of this channel for a while. We have broken past this resistance, dipped down, and then blasted off. I did buy a lot of spot at $74. So we're now at $84, so that was good. I think I bought something like 100 Litecoin or something like that down here. So we are accumulating Litecoin because, again, I keep saying it, but fixed supply, small market cap, it's getting an ETF. So a lot of that buying should cause a lot of pressure. Sui doing just massive pumps, which is pretty good. I don't have as much Sui as I would have liked now that it's performing massively, of course. I did buy some Sui down here at the bottom. H-bar is kind of lagging a little bit behind still, so this one might be a good one to get into now. H-bar definitely lagging a little bit between the others. XRP still lagging too, but XRP had this ridiculous move here, so it kind of makes sense why it's lagging a little bit. And we'll see what happens here. That's going to be pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to come through. Man, I made a bad call on that one, and it feels bad on leverage for sure. I rocked through all those hard times using leverage, and then now missed the pump, of course. But you can see something. You notice the volume is still kind of low. So I don't know that this move is going to fully stay here. Again, the volume is kind of low. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, there's more buying down at the bottom, and there's more buying over here. You know, there's more buying over here, right at the top. Almost have double the buying at the top. Let's look at ETF flows real quick and see how that looks. So if we go to ETF flows, Bitcoin, let's see what we got going on here. All right, flows. Wow. Unfortunately, when you see big inflows in ETF, that usually marks local tops. So I don't know. This has kind of been a contrarian indicator for a while. We could see this pump reversed a little bit. I'm not going to be FOMOing back in on leverage. That's for damn sure. And I bought a lot of spot near the bottom. So I'm just going to hang out for a bit. We're going to stack up our cash for a little bit, see if we do get a chance to get one final buying spree before another big pump. But every time you see big flows like this, I mean, look at this. You can see right here, look at these massive inflows at the top. Look at these massive inflows at the top. Look at these massive inflows at the top. Massive inflows top. And then if you look at the bottoms, massive selling at the bottoms. Literally, people do the exact opposite of what they should do. They sell the bottoms and they buy the tops. So I have not sold really any spot yet. I still am thinking we're going to make a bigger all-time high. I still think we're going to... What was my prediction from a ridiculously long time ago? I think my prediction was 218. Yeah. So I still think this is in the ballpark, 218, maybe even minimum. I mean, if we get all sorts of nation state adoption and more companies buying in, we could see a blast off top to frickin', I don't even know, 400K or something ridiculous is totally on the table. But I think we're going to get above 200K. And my target is still end of the year, September, October. Maybe those targets will be a little bit later now. We don't know. So normally what happens if we go to this chart here, you can see normally we have about 540 days of, you know, this second phase here, 500 days of this lead up phase. This lead up phase was massive this year because of ETFs, and we got an all-time high before the halving. So here's the halving in red. It's interesting. We'll see. So again, September, October, maybe it ends up later because now we'll get quantitative easing from the Fed. I don't know, June, July. We'll see what happens. We're still kind of waiting on the Fed to play ball and start printing some money. So we'll see what happens. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Use my links if you want to sign up for exchanges like Bitunix and BTCC. I'm still holding my LTC position, my Litecoin position. That is still down 41%, which feels bad, but we're not going to get rid of it yet. We're just going to continue to follow this one through. Again, my targets are quite high for Litecoin. I'm still targeting maybe 600, 700 bucks, which would be $344,000 of profit with my current position. My stop loss is at $49 for a $30,000 loss, which would hurt really bad, but I don't think we can get back down there. That'd be like really low. So we'll see what happens. That's it. Have a great day. Use my links. They help you out. And it's the best way to support the channel. Man, it feels bad to sell on that wick right there. I can't believe I closed my, I had a huge position. I had like $120,000 Bitcoin position that I closed right here at basically break even, which feels really bad. But we just blasted through, man. That was a big move. Again, volume is low. We could potentially come back and we'll see what happens. If we get a big dip, I will be aggressively buying again. Right now I'm stacking cash for that dip. I'm not going to buy the whole way up. I have been buying the whole way down in the dip. So I guess that's been at least profitable. So that's it. Have a great day. See you guys.